Hi viewers, I welcome you all to this video. And today I'm going to tell you the best way you can plan your trip to Coorg for 2 nights and 3 days. It is important to note that there is no airport in Coorg, so the best way to reach here is only and only by road. And friends, this is absolutely in your favor because you are going to fall in love with the road and the drive to Coorg. We traveled from Mysore and it took us only 2 hours 50 minutes to reach Madikeri. There are many buses and trains which are running from Bangalore or Mysore to Coorg, but my personal favorite is always and always your own vehicle, and then you can just drive and enjoy all the scenic beauty which this place has to offer you, because trust me friends, the drive is really beautiful and it's totally worth it. Now without wasting any more time, let's quickly begin to the main content of this video. For the first day of our trip, we went to one of the most famous waterfalls of Coorg, which is called Abbey Waterfalls. The climb down to the fall is very easy. You can always take your family, your parents, your kids. The climb down to the fall is throughout surrounded by coffee plantations. You can see these red cherries, which means that the coffee plant is ready to be harvested. After roughly 10 minutes of a walk down the stairs, you can get to witness this majestic waterfall, which is the Abbey Waterfalls. But friends, you can only enjoy this waterfall from a distance and you're not allowed to enter inside the water. But still, you do get a very close view of these falls and it is truly majestic. After the Abbey Waterfalls, friends, we went to another destination which is my personal favorite, and it is called the Mandalpatti peak. There are 2 ways to reach to the top of the peak. One is through a jeep safari, which you can see right over here, and the second is if you are having an SUV car, you can self-drive, but I would personally recommend you that the roads are super bumpy, and if it's monsoon or if it's raining, so it could be a lot of problem. So it's always better to take a jeep safari, and also the prices are very less. It's almost roughly 500 rupees per person. After reaching the drop location in 30 to 40 minutes from the jeep safari, you'll get to see the Mandalpatti peak, which is beautiful, and it is just a 5 minutes of trek and you can reach to the top of the hill. Friends, you can take some amazing pictures from the top of the peak, and it's very scenic, it's beautiful, and this destination was my personal favorite and this has to go in your itinerary. Let's take you to the place where we stayed. It is a beautiful coffee estate which is called a Forest Flower. It's a small property and there are 3 to 4 cottages. The room tariff lies somewhere between 3 to 5,000. It's a small property but it is beautiful. You can ask me about this property in the comment section below. For the next day, friends, we went to the Dubaree elephant camp. As you can see, the drive is, once again, do I need to tell you, the drive everywhere in Coorg to all the destinations. It's just truly amazing. So now, we went to the Dubaree elephant camps and it's almost 40-45 minutes of drive from Madikeri, because actually this camp is in Kushalnagar. Make sure that you reach here maximum by 9:30 if you don't want to stand in a very long queue. We were late for this camp because it's on the website you will see that there is timing written till 11:30, but we reached by 11 and it was super crowded. Also around the camp there are many eating options. You need not pack any food items. After standing in the queue for almost half an hour or more than that, we finally got a chance to ride in the boat and go and meet the elephants. And this is what the boat ride to the elephant camp looks like. You also have an option of rafting in these waters, but I would not recommend it because as you can see, the water over here is pretty much still and it's not going to be very adventurous for you.
इसका नाम क्या है भैया? ईश्वर.
After around 15 to 20 minutes of boat ride, you get to finally meet the elephants, be in their natural surrounding. You can feed them for a very small fees. You can click selfies with them. There is also an option to bathe the elephants, but it is only available in the morning hours. And since we were late for the camp, we did not get a chance to bathe the elephant. Friends, this destination is going to be amazing if you're traveling with your kids. After the Dubaree elephant camp, you can take a 1 hour drive to Golden Temple, which is beautiful. We could not go there because of paucity of time, but this location is also recommended. After the Dubaree elephant camp, we were very hungry and we went to a luxurious property by the name of Sixth Element. The restaurant they had was by the name of Harvesters, and although the property is almost 1 hour distance from Dubaree camp, but frankly telling you, we were not very happy from the first day food in Madikeri. There are less options for restaurants. One is Udupi, which has got a good rating on Google, so we tried that too. But Harvesters has nice food, so if you're really starving for good food, it's recommended. After the lunch, we went to a place which is called Harangi Backwaters, and this place is second in my list of recommendations. It's a very beautiful place. There are not many tourists, and just the kind of place that we love. It's a total offbeat place. There is no entry, there are very few people, and you can have this location practically all by yourself. This place is not very famous among the tourists, but you must visit this, and the roads leading to this backwaters, they are a little rocky, and once again it is advisable if you are traveling by your own vehicle. You can also find homestay option around the backwaters, so you can also choose to stay over there and enjoy Harangi backwaters. We signed off for the second day and we went to our stay, which is by the name of Coorg Bliss Resorts. It was a very beautiful stay with a stream flowing through the stay. Once again, friends, this stay was priced at 3 to 5k, including the breakfast, but it was worth every penny. It was very scenic. They also had a swimming pool. The breakfast they served was very good, and you can see for yourself how nice the stream looks flowing through the resort. For the third day of our trip, we went to another waterfalls, which is the Malali Falls. It is almost 25 kilometers from Somwarpet and 42 kilometers from Kushalnagar. Since we were staying in Somwarpet, so we decided that we should go to this falls. The road to the falls were very smooth and it is very easy to reach these falls. But when we started, it was slightly raining, so you can see all the mist on the road, and that's how the drive became even more beautiful. But at the same time, friends, we were a little worried that if it's so foggy and misty, so will we be able to have a better look of the waterfalls? Finally, after reaching our destination, we are still contemplating should we take the stairs down to the waterfall, because it was around 800 stairs and in total 1600 for climbing up and going down. But then we finally started our climb down, and you can even hear the waterfall from the beginning of your climb itself. One small word of advice over here, friends, is make sure that you are wearing something comfortable so that you can walk down with ease and there are less chances of you to slip on these stairs, because it's not a very properly made stairs like we saw in Abbey Falls. These stairs can be a little slippery and they are not the most comfortable ones to walk down. Friends, after climbing almost half of the steps, you can start to sight the waterfall from a distance, and you see the water is flowing from around 200 feet of height, and the view, friends, starts getting better and better. So this is the Malali Waterfalls, and frankly I liked it more than Abbey Waterfalls because it also had a little bit of adventure while you climb down all the way to the falls. If you are planning to go to Malali Falls, just make sure that you drive very safely on the roads, because if it's raining or if it's foggy, it can be a little risky for you. You must have noticed just few minutes back how the view of the waterfall was not very clear, but कुछ हुआ और बादलों ने लुक्का छिपी करी, and here we go, we could see the waterfall so well. That brings us to the end of recommended list from our trip to Coorg, but here are a few tips for your trip. When you go to the Dubaree elephant camp, just make a point that you do not stand in the queue, because the queue is very long. It will take you a minimum of 20-25 minutes or even more than that. So I would suggest you to just walk through the stream and go to the other side of the camp. Also, while coming back, you can take the same route, which is going to save a lot of your time. Second tip, friends, is avoid traveling at night, because after sunset, when it's dark, the roads can be risky for you because there are very few street lights. Third tip, friends, is for Mandalpatti peak. When you're going towards the peak, take a jeep safari. Do not take your own vehicle or ज़्यादा बहादुरी ना दिखाएं. That brings us to the end of this video. Friends, if you have had any takeaways or even if it motivated you to plan your trip, please don't forget to like and share this with your friends.